Hey guys, Pretzelman 945 here. Welcome back to another video. Um, so today, um, I really enjoyed the video where I kind of like went through my plan to watch list on my Mal, and what I'm gonna do in this video is kind of like go through my completed Mal along with like uh different parts of it other than just the plan to watch thing. But speaking of the plan to watch thing, I felt like, this is another reason I wanted to make this video is because um as you can see, I added some stuff to the plan to watch list. There is a ton more shows on here than before. And I'm not gonna go through every one of these because that would take literally forever. Um, but basically, what I did is I went through the Mao most popular up to like 650 or something, I think. My eventual goal is to make it to like in the top 1000, but I decided for the time being to stop here because at this point, I acknowledge this is getting like completely ridiculous while I'm just like, I have so many things to watch that there's no point adding anything else to this list. But, everything I looked at has really, really interesting premises. So, in terms of currently watching, I kind of I kind of like, went back on what I said in the original video because I'm doing a little bit like I'm watching several things at once. Obviously, like One Piece, I've been watching that weekly for a little while. Still haven't gone back to Naruto. I might at some I will at some point. It's currently like 14 episodes in JoJo. Really, really enjoying that. JoJo's is great. I don't know why people say part one and two are bad. I'm like pretty like decent, well, somewhat ways into part two. I finished part one. Um I really, really like Jonathan a lot. Jonathan, like, wait, no. Oh my God. I'm so bad about the names. Jonathan was in part. What I meant to say is I like Jonathan, but I like Joseph a lot better. That's what I meant to say. Um, so yeah, JoJo's is great so far. It's like the perfect anime that I can just turn off my brain to after watching something more serious, such as Made in Abyss or Gurren Lagann, both of which are very good so far. Um, and then, oh my God, if this is something that I just want when my brain does not have enough activity going on, then I do an episode of Pluto. I'm halfway through it, and it is fucking brilliant. Oh my God, it's incredible. I will most definitely be making a full review for Pluto because it is. Oh my God, it's fucking incredible. Anyway, I do not have anything on hold or dropped. I mean, yet. I don't know if that's going to happen at some point, but it currently has not happened. Um, so we're gonna kind of go through the list here. Now a silent voice I have seen. And I'm sure you could probably tell like some of my thoughts like based on the notes I wrote. But uh, actually, yeah, I'll keep it in alphabetical order here. Um, but um, but yeah, I like the Silent Voice. I thought it was a good movie. Um, I felt like though with the Silent Voice, the biggest problem with that movie were like the main character was just he was so much of a jerk. It felt really hard to empathize with him. I also didn't like a lot of the side characters. I thought they were pretty annoying. Now Afro Samurai, I'm gonna like type this as I talk about it. But this is like an anime made for me. Um, because this is only 5 episodes, and it is just the best kind of Samuel L. Jackson samurai badass action scenes, awesome hip hop soundtrack in the background, and a captivating vengeance storyline on top of that. This this is why this is a 9. This was just like I just decided I watched this in one day. This was just so fucking cool. Um, kind of tired because I don't know if you can tell by the time, it's a little bit late, but I just felt like recording this. Yeah, that basically summarizes my thoughts of that in a nutshell. Okay, Akira. This is one I haven't talked about. I went into this with, I wouldn't say high expectations, but like I didn't know anything much about it, but I was expecting to like it because I heard it was very popular. But this movie was awful. Like, as you can see, I'll tell you now, this is the lowest rated thing on my now by far. Um, uh, and this is just like for me, just like Back to the Future. This was something really popular that I really wanted to like. Unfortunately, I just didn't like it at all. Like, the plot was it didn't make any sense. Nothing is explained. It just throws you right into something. And all the characters are underdeveloped. Nothing feels paid off whatsoever by the end of the movie. So the ending is extremely unsatisfying. And oh boy, like yeah, I know it came out in like God, 1980 something, but my God, the animation the dated animation makes made Akira incredibly difficult to watch. Attack on Titan, I don't need to explain. Um, Nor really with Black Clover. I think I got that across pretty nicely in this paragraph and also in my review. I do think, now granted, I haven't seen My Hero yet. The chance I might like that more than Black Clover, but I kind of doubt that. So as of right now, I think this is by far the best New Age shonen. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I don't care. I love Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen, but I think this is vastly better than both of them. Um, now, Bleach, I feel like I did a good job of like getting my points across. Um, just the Arrancar arc dragging is really the thing that just brings Bleach down, honestly. I haven't rated Thousand Year Blood War separately on here. I should probably do that. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that right now. Thousand Year Blood. Both of these. See, completed. I'm gonna give it an 8 as well. See, the one thing I wish that Mal actually had is like a point 0.5 system because in all honesty, like eight and eight is not what I would give Bleach. What I would give Bleach is a 7.5. Like Bleach is the most 7.5 I've felt about anything I've ever watched in my life. Um, which is kind of why, but like it kind of feels like I like too many things in Bleach to feel like I could give it a 7. So um now this one I have not talked about, and this is probably controversial, but I didn't dislike Chainsaw Man, but it's probably the most overrated thing I've seen thus far. Granted, I have not read the manga, um, and maybe I should, but like I just don't have any interest. Like, the story itself didn't really grab me enough to feel like I know I've heard everyone say that like, the anime adaptation wasn't nearly as good as the manga, but like in my mind, if the anime can't even like really grab me that much with the premise of it, then I don't feel like I would want to read the manga for it. And um yeah, like I didn't like I didn't feel attached to the characters in Chainsaw Man. Like Denji was okay, but like kind of a forgettable MC. I liked Aki. I think he was probably my favorite character in Chainsaw Man. I thought Power was weird. I thought Makima was kind of interesting, but like just a less interesting version of Sukuna, ultimately. Um it did have incredible animation. I won't even deny that, but um uh I'm just like about Chainsaw Man. Um Now, this is one I don't feel like I have talked nearly enough about because for some reason I did not make a review on Code Geass, and I absolutely should have. Code Geass is like my fourth favorite anime of all time behind One Piece, Fullmetal, and Attack on Titan, of course. Um, Code Geass, like Code Geass is fucking incredible. It has one of the most insane plot summaries I've ever seen. And that's including like, you know, all the like hundred plus that are in the plan to watch list. Code Geass has a more insane premise, honestly. Um, and I don't know if this is like a hot take. Everyone I've told it to, like, seems to agree with me, but every time I say it out loud, I feel like an idiot by saying this. But like it says here, I feel like Code Geass is like if you combine Neon Genesis Evangelion and Death Note into a single anime. Because I feel like with Evangelion, you take the incredible mecha action and you combine it with like the incredible, and we'll get to Evangelion in a little bit, but like um the incredible like degree to which Evangelion could like write its climaxes and its peaks, and combine that with the fact that like Lelouch has a lot of similar qualities to Light as a main character, and there's also just like a ton of really great side characters in Death Note, just like in Death Note in Code Geass. Um, so that's why I kind of said that. Um, and to anyone that says the second season is carried by the ending, then um they are just straight up wrong. Like obviously Code Geass absolutely has like probably oh man I don't I see here's the tricky thing is like when I wrote this it was before the ending of Attack on Titan came out. Um I think it's probably tied with Attack on Titan for like the greatest ending of all time. So I guess that still applies, and it absolutely deserves that. It has like I said, like greatest ending of all time. Um, but like I don't think the second season was a mess. I really really liked the stuff that they did with Rolo. I thought that was such an interesting dynamic to explore. We got to see like different kinds of Yas powers, which I thought was really, really interesting. Um, and then and then like and I think it's like around episode 16 or 17. And major spoilers if you have not seen Code Geass, but the episode where Shirley dies. That is I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's like episode 17. It's that episode where things just kick into high gear. Like, it's completely insane plot twist, episode after episode after episode. And to me, the most insane plot twist wasn't anything to do with the ending. It was how just out of nowhere, and again, another major spoilers, Moose just becomes the fucking Emperor of Britannia. That just blew my mind beyond belief. Um, Watching the second season of Code Geass is like one of the most memorable experiences I've had watching anything. Um, and at some point, I'm planning on making a top 10 anime list. But I feel like that's probably gonna come when I've seen a couple more shows. Um, Now, Cowboy Bebop, I have talked about a fair amount. I feel like my review on it did a nice job about it. Um, Death Note, I didn't make a review for Death Note, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned it a little bit in like outdated like TV show rankings from about a year ago. Death Note was incredible. It was like uh absolutely a 10 in terms of the entertainment value. The only reason why Death Note is not a 10 anymore is just because I feel like when I was watching like I feel like my standard of a 10 kind of changed when I finished Black Clover. I still fucking love Death Note. Death Note is just incredible. And I think this description is like a perfect like how it perfectly describes how I feel about Death Note. And speaking of things that have death in the name, Death Parade. Oh my god. Oh. Uh, 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 I don't even know where to begin with this. It's been like, uh, around, I want to say 2 weeks since, I finished this and I've had some time to really sit on this. Man, dude, Death Parade was so good. Oh my god. I was expecting nothing from it. I had like no expectations going into it, but like um this was like one of the best surprise. This is like maybe the best surprise I've had watching anime so far. Like the concept was so interesting and the amount that they managed to play with and explore this concept in only 12 episodes, like it just blew my mind. Um, and also like the way they explored different kinds of character relationships was just like a peak level of creativity. It was just it was incredible, honestly. Um, and also like how those concepts related to death itself. Oh man, it was incredible. Like also it was such an amazing, just like Cowboy Bebop. It was such a incredible self-contained story. And also, just like Cowboy Bebop, the opening slaps. It's so good. If you've never heard Flyers by Bradio, do yourself a favor and go listen to that song. It's so good. And I truly believe um that this anime has firmly submitted Madhouse as my favorite animation studio because between this, Death Note, and Hunter x Hunter. Like, I'm just gonna, I don't remember this. Like, I'm just going to read off, like, I'm looking at this now. I had no idea that they did Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle, and they did Free Run, which I am planning to watch very, very soon. They did Hunter and Death Note. Oh my god, and they did Your Name, bro. That's just. And they did Monster and Pluto? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. This is legit me just being on like this full on discovery. I had no idea they actually animated Monster. Holy shit. I knew they'd done One Punch Man. They also did these two movies I plan to watch. And Yu Yu Hakusho. I think I heard about that. And Parasite and Samurai Champloo. Holy crap. That's another one I'm planning to watch. And that one's another one I'm planning to watch, I'm pretty sure. They also did Wolf Children, Death Parade, obviously. I'm planning to watch Claymore too. And this movie, The Girl Who Left Through Time. Um, dude, this is insane. That's another one on my list, and I'm pretty sure The Boy and the Beast is as well. This is absolutely nuts. Um, this is just, I had no idea they did all of these things. That's another one on my watch list. I think that one might be two. Okay, yeah, this easily, no question. Oh my god, especially after learning how they did Spirit of the Way, House Moving Castle, and Monster and Pluto. What I was going to say is like between that and One Punch Man, between like Hunter x Hunter, Death and One Punch Man, and Death Parade is like my favorite animes to do. Okay, now like exponentially times over, Madhouse is my favorite animation studio, no question about it. But anyway, that now Demon Slayer. You know what? I realized I didn't actually add the Swordsmith Village arc uh after I'd finished watching it. Um that was a good season of Demon Slayer. Um but yeah, I think Demons was very entertaining. The reason that Mugen Train is a 9 is because it is uh probably my favorite um Demon Slayer content, I guess, because I watched the actual arc of episodes and not the movie. Um I've seen I've seen the movie since then, but I think I still prefer the episodic format for it. Um oh man, OG Dragon Ball. Um This is definitely underrated classic. I think that's the best way I can describe this. Dragon Ball Super Broly, great movie, very entertaining. Same thing with Battle of Gods. That was a good movie. I need to watch more Dragon Ball movies. I don't think I have Resurrection F on here. Uh, I'll go ahead and add that. Why not? Uh, yeah, here we go. I completed it. Now, what do I want to give Resurrection F? Because when I watched the Ark Super, it was okay. I don't know. I think I'm gonna give the movie a 5. It was aight. Nothing special though. Um, yeah, I'm gonna just do that. Yeah, I'm not talking about this anymore. I've talked about how much I love this. I actually rewatched Howlin' of the Castle pretty recently, and man, that is such a imaginative movie. It's such a entertaining movie. I really really enjoyed my time with this movie. It's also like actually a good romance movie. And there was just so much imagination to it. Like even if the story is full of plot holes, I don't care because like I felt like a little kid watching this movie. There's so much whimsy and wonder watching it. I love that. Hunter x Hunter, obviously. Jujutsu Kaisen, I feel like I've like, um said my piece on. Still justice for the mock animators. Now Kaguya-sama Love is War, I feel like I made my thoughts very clear on. I fucking love Kaguya-sama. It was incredible. Um, Mob Psycho, I didn't make a review on. I watched it before ReZero and after Vinland Saga. Mob Psycho was great. I finished. The reason I didn't really make a review on it is because I kind of forgot to, because I finished the whole thing in like a week, I think, between all three seasons, and it was just really fun. The dub was fantastic. Definitely one of the funniest anime I've ever seen so far. Monster, I don't need to explain. Okay, Evangelion. All right. So I kind of mentioned Evangelion earlier when I was making the weird comparison with Code Geass. Um, Evangelion is one of the strangest experiences I've ever had watching like any show because like it's so weird. Like everything about it was just a total like like Evangelion is the one show I've ever watched where I went through the entire thing, and up until like the final 2 or 3 episodes, I had no idea what any of my opinions were on it. The only thing I knew was that I really liked it. But like other than that, like up until maybe like episode 24 or 25 of Evangelion, I legitimately could not tell you a single thing I liked about the show beyond the opening and the fact I really was liking it a lot. Um, so in that aspect, it is like the strangest experience I've ever had watching something because something that has never happened to me before. Um, but when I got to that point, I finally figured out what I actually liked about it. And overall, a lot of the aspects of it, like the characters were mostly pretty average. The mecha action was cool, but Code Geass did it better. But the thing that makes this a 9 out of 10, beyond the opening being like my fourth favorite of all time, um, the way that the climax is written is just like it has this degree of intensity and chaos as everything unfolds, especially in the very last episode. And I think, um, like the best way I can describe it is like, those like movie trailer things where um you know this is not very good on small webcam, but like those like movie things where like people are walking with like tons of explosions behind them or whatever, or like someone is like holding like walking down a red carpet or something. That's kind of what the ending of Evangelion felt like because um like each of the explosions would have been like a totally crazy plot twist that was happening over the course of like 3 episodes. And obviously I had to watch like 3 YouTube videos to understand the ending, but like once I understood it, I thought the ending was really, really good. I know not everyone likes the ending to Evangelion, um, and for some context, I have not seen any of the movies or read the manga or anything. The only like Evangelion content I've consumed is the original anime. So I don't know anything about like any like canon or non-canon alternative endings or anything like that. But I thought that the original anime ending was really, really good. Um, so that's just my personal opinion. One Punch Man. I didn't make a review of One Punch Man. I probably should have. It would have been pretty short and simple. Just like One Punch Man. God, I meant just like Mob Psycho. Um, while I think that Mob Psycho definitely has interesting characters, I think that they're both great because One Punch Man has better animation. My God, the animation season one is on crack. Um, and I heard a lot of people say that season two wasn't as good. I enjoyed season two just as much as the first season. Now, granted, a lot of that was because Garo was a really cool villain. I really liked Garo and the Monster Association a lot. Um, so maybe that was the reason, but like, I just thought One Punch Man was really good. If you have not tried out the dub for One Punch Man, like I watched a couple episodes in the sub, it wasn't my favorite, so I switched it over to the dub. I think the dub is much better personally, especially the voice actor for Saitama is really funny. Um, now Pokemon, I grew up with a ton. That is purely nostalgia for that reason. Um, and I don't even really know what I can say about Pokemon necessarily. So I'm not going to necessarily. Uh, Princess Mononoke, definitely the best Ghibli film I've seen thus far. Uh, I think the biggest strength being the way it portrays themes through characters, and I think the world is really interesting and it also has really, really great action. I heavily enjoy myself when watching Princess Mononoke. ReZero, I've talked about enough. Spy Family is just hilarious. I love the second season. Second season was great. We have not watched it yet. Stunget and SAO, I have said my piece on. Um, SAO, the only thing that's changed is I've kind of like moved all these down since watching ReZero. Used to be like eights and sevens, but just for like the quality difference. I still love SAO, but it kind of went down a little bit. Um, Now I did watch Sort of the Stranger. Um, it was just a really great, like simple movie concept with just really fun characters that just worked well. Studio Bones did a crack job of the animation. Um, this film is also just like really feel good. I really like that a lot. Um, and Villain Saga, I have said my piece on, and same with Your Lie in April. Okay, that about does it for the whole like completed section of the list. I feel like I actually managed to talk about a lot of series that I otherwise like wouldn't have been able to talk about. And also it was my way of kind of like reviewing things, but I actually having to make reviews for it and being lazy. So yeah. I've done a lot of long videos. Like this one is 40 minutes, and the one with Skyrim Materials was like an hour and 10 minutes or something ridiculous like that. So if you watch both these very long videos, then I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Anyway, I'm going to see you guys later. Bye.